What is going on, YouTube? Today we are gonna make a video about like just your basic barber clippers that you guys need. I got some assistants right here. You see them? You see them right there? Let me see if you got them. Let me see. Boom. Say hi. There you go. Juju, say hi. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. All right. But yeah, I'm gonna give you guys just basic like 10-15 tools that you guys will need. The first thing you guys want to have is a clipper that you guys can, because this is pretty much what you guys are going to be doing all your haircuts with. It doesn't have to be necessarily these clippers. These are wall magic clips, cordless wall magic clips. I just prefer using these. I like wall products when it comes to clippers, but there's so many different types. You guys, I recommend going to the store and just seeing which ones feel good in your hand. But make sure that you can adjust the blade. So like you see how I can push this blade up and down. That's what you want, because that's what's going to make your job a lot easier to do and efficient when you're cutting hair. Next, you want to make sure that you have any type of pair liners. So right here I have 3 different types. I have Andy's T outliner. These are cordless also. They're pretty much like the basic clippers you probably gonna see at most of barbers have this pair or have started with this. Then you have your wall detailer. These things, they're awesome. I'm not a big fan of wall liners, I just never was, but I copped these and I enjoy them a lot. And then your Babeless Gold FXs. These things are legit. I never had any Babeless clippers and I was always hesitant to getting them, but I tried them and I'll probably never go back. I'll probably buy another pair, which I am thinking about doing right now. Next thing you guys want to have is right here, any type of straight razor holder and straight blade. There's a lot of different ones that you can buy. I know there's like Derbies, there's these Durkos. You can even go to like a Dollar General or Family Dollar and buy a pack for like $10 for $1. I'm sorry. This razor is fairly cheap. It's on Amazon. It's just a metal blade. I don't remember exactly the brand, but I just like it because it's metal, so it has a good weight and it does the job. There's so many different types of blades that you guys can buy. There's so many different types of razor. I would say just, start with the razor, with the basic plastic razor. It's probably like $2-3, and then work your way up. Right here we have shears, right? So we have thinning shears and we have regular cutting shears. Let me show you guys the difference. So thinning shears have these teeth, and then these are just a regular blade. So the way that these are made, these are for blending pretty much in taking weight off the hair. So if somebody's like, oh, my hair's real thick and I want to, can you thin it out a little bit? This is what they want you to cut their hair with, to thin it out. They don't want to cut the length or anything like that. And then you have cutting shears, which is pretty much just literally just for cutting hair. There's just with these, there's just different types of lengths. I believe it's like 5 inches, but you have like 7, and then so on and so forth. This is probably like your more basic. This is just to cut the top of the hair. I prefer using shorter shears just because I can get a little bit more precise cuts. Next thing you're gonna need is some type of brush and a comb to comb the hair. I prefer small brushes because they just work really well on my hand. So I just prefer, I can get precise exactly where I need to. And then with combs, there's so many different types of combs. There's taper combs, there's flat combs. There are combs like these are just like semi-flat. This is just a wall comb that comes with the clippers. So you guys are gonna have this. So You want to have a bottle of water, so you can spray. It doesn't have to be specifically this type. This is like $4 or $5. You can buy way cheaper ones than these. I just wanted these, I don't know why. And then you want to have one for water and one for alcohol. There's nothing in there. I'm running real low, but I'm not really cutting right now. Oh man, I almost forgot. These are something that you guys want to have. These are clipper guards, right? Depending on the clipper that you buy, you will get guards with your clippers. Just make sure, if you're buying online, read the description on what it brings. And if you're buying in stores, ask the people, do they bring guards, or read the box, so that way you don't go home and you don't have no guards or anything like that. These things right here are just gonna make your life a lot easier when it comes to blending, when it comes to just cutting hair, period. Because like you see right there, they have the numbers. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there you go. It has the numbers. So if somebody be like, oh, I want a 2 on the top, then boom, you can just grab this 2 guard and then just put it on your clipper and cut it, and it'll be the length that they want it. Okay, so right here you guys gonna need some disinfectant spray and some oils for your clippers. It does not have to be specifically these. I would recommend reading the instructions for these things. You always want to use this, man. You always want to keep your clippers clean. So I would recommend using this before and after every use. And then same with clipper oil. People always ask like, oh, what clippers last the longest? And it's like, there's no clippers that last the longest. It's just the ones you take care of the most will last longer for you. So barber oil is very important. The instructions is going to tell you exactly how I use it. The way I use it, I like to put, let me grab these, like one drop of oil on every little section of the blade, like so one right there, and then one right there, and then I just turn it on, let the oil get in there, and then that's it. And then I wipe the oil off, the excess oil. Right here, man, this is gonna save your life when you are trying to do like a real nice ball fade or ball taper, ball faded mohawk, anything with bald in it. This is what you want. Wall 5-star shaver. This is probably like one of the best shavers out in the market. They have Andes, they have Babeless. There's probably one for Osters. There's so many different types. This is the one I prefer. The only bad thing with these is these right here, this foil breaks really easily. So I just bought like 2 more. They're on the way on Amazon. I will put that in the description down below, but these are it right here. Next up is, your trusty neck duster. So I use this pretty much just to remove hair that I don't need. Once I cut it, I remove the hair because I like to have a clean canvas. I would always recommend to have a clean canvas. There's so many different types of hair dusters that you can buy. I just bought this one because it was just easy to buy. A lot of people are using now also like air compressors or blow dryers. Boom. Something that a lot of barbers do not talk about, but I recommend 100% is to buy a first aid kit. The reason why you want to have a first aid kit is because one, you're working with sharp items, right? So you can cut yourself, you can cut somebody else. Hopefully you don't cut anybody or cut yourself. But if you do, be prepared. I just bought this at my local little pharmacy. They had this thing in there for like $10-20, and I travel with this. I use this one to travel, and I have one wherever I cut hair at. Next up, you want to have a cape. Do not, people, look, if you're starting off and you're at home and you don't have the means to buy capes and you don't have all the money, then I understand. Don't get a cape so fast, right? You can use anything. You can use a shower sheet. You can use a towel. You can tell them to take their shirts off. You can do so much stuff, right? But if you are a professional barber, you must have a cape. If you are working in a shop, you must have a cape, and you want to have neck strips. I do not have neck strips on me right now because I ran out, and I forgot to save one for the video. But I normally have neck strips, I promise you. And these two items that I'm about to mention right now, you don't need them immediately. I would recommend to get them eventually, right? So first item is right here. This is a little airbrush. You just turn it on and then you can put your solution in here for your hair dye. It's really dope. It helps enhance the haircut a little bit. So once you guys get a little bit more experience, get these. I recommend getting something like this so you can practice getting your lineup real sharp, nice and sharp. And the second item that I recommend is right here on my hands, man, getting gloves, right? So one, it helps prevent your skin to skin with a client. In my opinion, it gives you like a layer of protection because you don't know what that person has and they don't know what you have, right? And then when you use this and you're putting the hair dye on people, you're pretty much just holding a card and you're just spraying it, right? So all that dye does get in your nails and stuff like that, so it'll make your hands get all black or whatever color you're using. Y'all see this lady right here? She always on my case, bro. Always on my case. I'm over here trying to make content for you guys, but this lady's on my case. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace.